have absolutely nothing to show or talk about today, but I'm not going to let that stop me from making a video, by gosh. I thought I might do a just kind of a show and tell of some stuff that I haven't videoed before, maybe some like home decor crafty things. I've got a few I'll show right here, and then I might go through the house and see what I can find, so maybe you'll get some ideas for crafty things to do around your house. I haven't had a lot of time to be crafty in the last week or so. We had some company, and then I've been trying to clean the house. I've been on this like spring cleaning thing. Yeah, I realize it's the middle of fall. I did start in the spring, but you know, I get distracted, I get bored, so I don't really finish, so I kind of spring clean all year long. This is why I'm a terrible housekeeper, because I can't just like, you know, spend a day cleaning my whole house. You know, I spend a day disassembling my shower and scrubbing and disinfecting it and then putting it back together. No, that's a lie. I spent 4 days doing that. Yeah, I actually did it because it was dirty. And so I just don't know how to clean without going overboard. But unfortunately, you know, that's my OCD tendencies, and unfortunately they're sporadic. If I was that OCD all the time, like, my house would be spotless all the time, but it's not. You know, I get all gung-ho, and then I start disassembling stuff, and then I get bored with it and walk away, and there it sits a week later waiting for me to finish it. So, anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. Oh yeah, that was my excuse for why I haven't really done anything crafty. And I have no makeup on today, which I feel a little bit weird about. I'm really kind of wondering if I can stand to see myself on video with no makeup on. I'm not really sure, so we'll see how that goes. I know I'm like full on rosacea, so you may have to adjust the color on your monitor to make me look a little more human. Okay, I want to show you this. I made this a while back, and I'll try to remember to put pictures at the end because I know you really can't see up close what I've got here. But it's just little paper flowers, and I saw this idea on Pinterest, and of course I had to try it. It was really simple. You just paint or decorate paper. I think I used markers. I don't remember. Then you cut out flower shapes, you layer them together, you stick a button on. You know, it's not hard. And I used some rolled up magazine papers and made these little stems or tubes, and then shredded some magazines for the deal. And it's really cute. I like it. It doesn't match my house. My house is shabby chic, you know? It's all white and pink and frilly girly, which I really don't care for, but it was kind of what the house looked like when we got here. We don't own, we're renting, and it, you know, it has all of this like pink wallpaper and stuff. I mean, I had to work with it because I can't really change it. So I went shabby chic. It's growing on me. It's not bad. This is more of my like real style. This is what my house would look like if I didn't have to work around all the shabby chicness. But since I do, and since I have kind of gone the whole, you know, shabby chic way, I've gone over to the dark side, this just doesn't work. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull these out, and I'm going to just make a couple of journal pages maybe with these flowers stuck on, and then I might make some cards and maybe some tags, and I don't know. There's a lot of flowers here. I've got lots of options. But I'm going to disassemble this because it's not making me happy. So there's that. And this is one of my favorite, I'll show you two of my favorite things that I've ever made. This is one of them. This is a crown. Every girl should have a crown. That I made several years ago with some art friends. We got together, we had ourselves just a little retreat in, I think it was Fredericksburg. Spent a weekend at a bed and breakfast and just arted ourselves crazy. And one of the girls showed us how to do this. I think she had a template for the crown shape, but you just cut it out of that hardware cloth. You know, you can get that at Lowe's or whatever, where they have the hardware cloth. I forget what it's called. Anyway, you just, it comes with the little squares, and it has some that has bigger squares, and it has some with rectangles too. There's just all kinds of varieties. But this is not hard to cut as far as cutting this kind of thing goes. To me, just cutting a regular wire is hard because I don't have any hand strength. But it wasn't bad at all, really. And you just cut it out in a crown shape to fit your head, and then you can see right here, we just wired the two ends together. And this is just some silver tape around the edges because your edges might have little sharp points on it. And then you just start sticking stuff on it. And I just stuck all kinds of, I don't even know what, just things that I had. So these are fun. And you should wear your crown from time to time. There's a mirror in the china cabinet behind the camera, so that's what I'm looking at. Yes, because, you know, I feel very royal now. And you too will feel royal if you make yourself a crown. I have several crowns, actually. I have another one made out of fabric that a friend made me for my 40th birthday. It's one of my favorite things, too. So I'm very blessed in the crown department, and I feel sorry for those who are not. And you should just make you one right away if you don't have a crown. My other favorite thing is my guitar. You probably can't see the whole thing. Oh well. It was an old guitar. I used to work at a church, and I found it in the trash backstage at the church. And I asked the worship pastor about it, and it was just an old guitar. I don't remember the whole story on it, but he didn't need it. It was going away. It was in the trash. Who throws away a guitar? I don't know. So I rescued it from the trash, and then I just collaged all over it. If you can see, I've got different papers and doodads and cutouts and what have you. And then I strung it with some yarn. And I had everything except these little beads. I did go and I bought these little beads because I put these brass things on here. I had those that a friend gave me, but I wanted something in the middle, and I didn't have enough of any one thing that looked good with the guitar, so I did buy those especially for it. But everything else was just stuff that I had. Some of these are clothing tags and keys and doodads. So it's just a fun thing. And I'm looking for more instruments to go with it. I actually have a violin. It's the one that I used to take lessons for about 10 minutes when I was a kid. But I'm just not feeling like I need to alter it. I might want to just keep it like it is because it's in really good shape. And other instruments are hard to find cheap. You know, I want like $10 or under, and that's not easy. They don't have to be working. They can have parts missing. But, yeah. I'm on the lookout for more to add to my guitar, so maybe I can have a whole little collaged band. Wouldn't a piano be great? If someone would like to just give me a piano to collage, you know, I would be so grateful. Okay, that's all for right here. So I'm going to carry the camera through the house and show just a few more things that I've made that might spark some ideas for you. So I'll be right back. I have this little card catalog thing in my living room that I bought eons ago, and I stack stuff on it, and I change it up every now and then. But one of the things I really like are these flowers. Sometimes they live here, sometimes they live in a different spot. But a friend of mine, we used to work together at the church, and she designed these to use for an Easter decoration that we were doing. And we sewed them. I mean, my contribution was just, I think I helped sew some of them, but turning the leaves, or the petals, you know, right side in after they were sewed. That was basically my contribution because I don't really sew, and, you know, these are beyond any awesomeness that I could ever attain. But I kept these. They're just made out of some pretty fabric that she bought, and they're just one of my most favorite things. I love the colors, I love the shape, I love the design, I love everything about them. And on here, these are printing plates, some old printing plates that I bought 100 years ago. They're extremely heavy. They've got like lead type. And I keep them here because that's what I use to weight stuff down when I need to flatten stuff out. So those are actually there for a purpose. And the other stuff I just change whenever I feel like it. Okay, do we all have at least one of these stand things with the dollar store candlesticks and the thrift store plates? Right? We do? We all have them? Okay, yeah. So do I. There you go. Okay, I did it again. Unfortunately, I only did about a 10-minute video with the camera off before I realized it was off. Yeah, I've gone much longer before, so that's not bad. Alright, put it behind you, Shannon. This is the desk in my living room that nobody sits at, but it's a cool desk. It was my grandfather's, and I don't know if you can grasp its hugeness from the video. It's a big desk. It's deep. It's not so much wide, but it's deep. And that little wicker chair is a chair. It was my grandmother's. I painted it a few months ago, or last year, or I can't remember when I painted it. Sometime between yesterday and 4 years ago. That's as specific as I can get. I also made, okay, let's see how this works. I also made the little lampshade. No, I didn't make it. I redid the little lampshade. It had some kind of nasty plasticky feeling fabric on it, so I just cut all the fabric off and used the frame of the shade, and then I just wrapped a long strip of fabric round and round and round and round. So it turned out kind of cute. My camera doesn't autofocus, and I don't think. Let me see. Nope, this is blurry. Well, anyway, I'll try to remember to take pictures. And then up above the desk is this canvas that I have redone many times. Just a nice big canvas, and right now it has kind of a pastel-y sort of, it sort of suggests an ocean look, but not really. I made that just shortly after we moved in here, and I like it. It turned out really well. And then on the wall over here, okay, I just went on a coffee filter flower making frenzy, and that's what I got. So cram those in there. Yeah, there you have it. This is my little Halloween display in my foyer. The one that I had intended to look, you know, like maybe a mad scientist's lab, or, you know, something more medical. But it just looks like Satan's minibar. All I had were empty liquor bottles. I didn't have enough, you know, little bottles to make it look more apothecary. So, yeah, it's setups for Satan. Well, anyway, I'll have to tweak that next year. But that's all I did. I got all different kinds of bottles, and I gunked them up, and you can see my little books that I've made. I've shown in other videos. And then around the mirror, I just stuck some bats and one little raven that I had in there. The flowers, these stay year-round, and these are little, just those little flowers. If you watch the video that I did on the seed catalog flowers, they're made exactly like that, except I used book pages. And yeah, it's kind of blurry. Well, anyway, I stuck them in there. It was silk flowers that were on that little garland, and I just stuck my paper flowers inside the silk flower because I've had it for years and years, and it's sort of fallen apart. So there's that. This little thing is hanging on the wall in my family room, and I can't really get a good angle of it because it's behind some stuff. But it's just one of those printer's trays. I have a whole bunch of them in the garage, and I just took this one and I painted it, and then I just cut little squares of scrapbook paper and stuck into the squares, and then I put some, you know, little doodads in it that I had and really didn't have a good place for. So I thought that worked out pretty well. Here's my little kitchen sink area. And, oh, well, I guess I could have maybe cleaned the sink first. Well, oh well. Anyway, Those are some bottles I got at the flea market that I just, you know, frou-froued and put them on a plate in the kitchen window. And then I got the scale at an antique store, and then those are all just flea market doodahs. I don't know why, but I really love those, you know, what are these? Those aluminum measuring spoons? Yeah, I guess that's what they are. You know, the pink and the orange. I don't know why, but I just really do. I really do like them. There's nothing special about them. But, you know, they make me happy. This is my inspiration board. It's hanging at the little desk in my kitchen where I sit at my computer. So that's where I spend a lot of my time. And, well, that's where I waste a lot of my time. And I just stick little things on there as I find them. Sometimes I'll print out ideas that I find online and I'll stick them on there because it's something that I want to try and I don't want to forget about. And next to it is, okay, again, I should have cleaned. You know, if I wait to do this for when everything is all nice and clean, it'll never happen. So, there we go. I found this box for 10 bucks at a thrift store, and it's just a pine box. And I painted it, distressed it, stuck a knob on it. And on top, this is a little pincushion that I made out of one of those Altoids gum tins. You know what I'm talking about? And there's a magnet underneath there, so it holds the needles, they won't fall out. And then I just put a little cushion thing on the top. Okay, this zipper was a beast, which is why I've only made one. Cute, but I don't think it was really worth the trouble. And we switched to Progressive Insurance, and when we did, I sent an email to them and told them that by switching to Progressive, it cut our premiums in half, and I just felt sure that Flo would want me to have a tricked out name tag. They sent me a tricked out name tag. Kid you not. Me and Flo. How awesome is that? I don't know, maybe the crappiest insurance ever. I don't care. I have a Progressive name tag, just like Flo. Well, there just isn't a good way to film this. That's the little banister upstairs, and I made that swag thing out of, it's a replica of like a 1908 Sears catalog. And I saw something similar online, you know, on Pinterest, and had to try it. I like it. I mean, it's different, it's weird, you know, I like it, but it's another one of those things that, like, I'm the only one. Everyone else hates it or thinks it's stupid or doesn't get it, but, you know, whatever. I like it, so there. Oh, while I'm up here, I should show you John. Can I get him from here? I'm not really sure. Yeah, that's John Deere. Get it? My husband brought him home one day. I don't care much for John. I don't really like having to hang him in my house, but it cost a fortune and a half to get him all stuffed and mounted like that. So we're going to hang him. And if I have to hang him, I'm going to make him pretty. So he's got a very lovely vintage earring and necklace ensemble. And I do sometimes change him seasonally. The windows in my bedroom have more gloves and eBay brooches on them. I just made little tie backs out of them. And then I've got, you know, I had to do this because it said so on Pinterest. I'm supposed to hang my necklaces from a rake. So I hung my necklaces from a rake like I was supposed to. And then, you know, like it said on Pinterest, I'm supposed to put my bracelets on empty bottles and hang earrings in a cheese grater. So I did it. You know, I follow directions really well. And then I went a step further. I can get over here without making anyone sick. Oh, there they are. I have more earrings, because they wouldn't all fit on the cheese grater, on a couple of vintage tennis rackets. So take that, Pinterest. Our bathroom, our master bathroom, doesn't have a whole lot of storage in it, and not really a good place to keep towels. So I used just an old suitcase that I got off Craigslist. I got like 8 of these old suitcases, and some of them are these old Samsonite ones, for $30 from this terribly misguided woman on Craigslist who didn't realize she could have got a lot more for them. But anyway, I took them off her hands, and that's where I store my towels. And I need to come up with something different for the lid. You can see I have a pair of suspenders, flat suspenders in there to kind of hold the little towels. Okay, it looks like my suitcase is wearing a thong, and every time I look at it, all I can think is thong. So I gotta come up with something different for that. I think that's all that's in here. Oh, these flowers. I have cleaned up my bathroom, so don't judge me. I found that little pitcher and bowl at our local Goodwill. I paid $6 for the set. And then those are coffee filter roses that I made, you know, when I was in that frenzy. Okay, I know, awkward angle and bad lighting. But this is in a weird place in the upstairs hallway. But this was my version of the Melty Crayons from Pinterest, you know, because like I said, Pinterest says I should do it, I do it. But I had to do pastels because those bright colors didn't go in my house. So, that's what I did. Quick, easy, Melty Crayons. There you have it. These are in Taylor's room. Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said that I was on a coffee filter flower kick. I don't know how many I made, but it was a lot. But these have some different, I was experimenting with different kinds of petals, and this was kind of this is my guinea pig batch. But it went well in Taylor's room, so I stuck them in here. These pink colored ones, those I dyed with avocado skins. Where'd I get that idea? Pinterest. And last but not least is my reading table, or not my reading table, my side table in the reading nook. There we go. Okay, this is not really crafty, but it's just such an easy, cool idea, so, you know, you should do it. Just make a table out of a ladder. I got the ladder at a thrift store. No, antique store, I think. I don't remember. Anyway, but it makes such a cute side table. And those are thrift store doilies on it, and thrift store photo albums and scrapbooks, and a thrift store lamp, and a thrift store shade, and the chair is part of a set. I got the chair and the matching couch, which makes the sofa bed. I got it on Craigslist for $100 for all of it. Heck of a deal. So there you go. That's another little thrift store thing that there's nothing really crafty on that, so I won't show that. So that's it. Hope maybe you could find some ideas for some stuff to do around your house while I am cleaning mine.